Hello guys, and welcome to the round 1 of the Apex Online Racing Season 12 here at Melbourne Albert Park, Australia. Join me on my hot lap here. This is the quickest lap I was able to set. Currently we're on a 126.153. Let's see if we can better that first corner. Fourth gear, clipping the apex nicely, getting on the power here. Be careful of the rear line through this corner here as it can unsettle the rear end of the car. Right after the 100-meter boards, clipping the apex, we missed it here terribly here, and that's gonna cost us time here. And that was just basically, as you can see, we're already in the red here. We're losing a lot of time here, but surprisingly it's saying I'm still green on the purple sector. So carrying on with the lap here, seeing if we can improve our time here, down by 5,000ths of a second here, clipping this apex second gear. We ride it here a little bit too much here, take too much of that curve, and that throws the car in the air, and that's gonna cost us a whole bunch of time, almost 2/10 down on our lap. So this third sector here is gonna be crucial here. Fifth gear, clipping the apex nicely here, putting it up in sixth, clipping that apex nicely here, getting on the curb here, and already we're gaining time here. We're just seeing if we can nail the third sector here and see if we can gain at least a 10th. As we're currently 8th position here, I don't think we're gonna go up much, but if we can at least do a 26 dead or 25, that'll be good enough for at least top 4, top 6. Let's see. Nailing this last corner here, just perfect. Getting on the power, putting on DRS here, and we're almost 1.5 tenths off on the time. What is it gonna be? It's a 120.019. And in the end, it was only good enough for P7 here. So just before the race starts here, I just wanted to take a time and just talk about my race. And as far as, I didn't have a great race. I'm not happy with how it ended. In the end, I ended up retiring from the race just because of multiple front wing damages and pit stops, and just frustration getting me a drive-through penalty and ultimately having to retire. So let's go on to the 5 lights, 1 second light, 3rd light, 4 lights, 5 lights. And we're off for season 12 with Apex Online Racing here. Decent start. We have 5 Dono, so one of the reserve drivers in our league, Desmond, on our outside here. Just having a look at Desmond here, and we get tapped this slightly by X Ninja here, but nothing major as we're able to control our vehicle. We got Barry Kimi right behind us here, and I believe he's driving the Manor. I'm not too sure here. We're having a look on the inside of X Ninja here, seeing nothing's open, so we just back off and let him go. Already Max AFK 46 is having a look on us here, and he's gonna hook it on the outside for a beautiful move. Well done there, Max. Having to control the steering so we don't cut that corner too much here, as if you can ride that curb, it can really unsettle the car here. We have Wicked Racer already in our gearbox having a look on us here. We're just trying to compose ourselves here and not make any mistakes here. Putting it up in lean, trying to minimize the wheel spin. Putting it back up to Rich here for this fast second towards the 3rd sector here. Having a look on Max, but the understeer from his dirty air is gonna mean that we're able to get a bad line through this set of corners here, and that allows Wicked Racer to have a look on us here. Just making sure of our surroundings, having a look and seeing where he's at here. And Desmond spin, we have a Red Bull spinning on him, and I'm not sure what happened to him, but I'm sure he'll come back here, as Desmond is a very strong driver here. Last corner here, second to last corner before the final lap on lap 1 here at season 12. Yupiko setting a 133.7. I'm not sure I pronounced that right here, and we're doing a 140.2. So not a great first lap from us here, and definitely gonna have to pick up the pace on this second lap here. Now we have Zumacher and behind us here, checking the tire wear. We're at 14-17%, so tire wear is still manageable. I was planning to pit on lap 5 here just to get off this compounds, because they're really no good for no more than 6 laps. And yeah, so just making sure we keeping Zumacher at bay as we run around here, missing the apex completely. And that's just gonna compromise our exit, and it's gonna allow Zumacher to catch up to us here, and he's already having a look on our inside. But him being a little bit too far behind means that he's have to yield, because he has to slow down and wait for a better opportunity here. Just checking the session update here, but for some reason he tells me the wrong information. something I've been noticing with the engineer here, as we take too much out of that corner, is not gonna give us a warning. But something I was noticing with the engineer, sometimes you'll ask him for specific information and he'll give you the wrong response. So I'm not sure as to why it's happening, but I asked for session update and instead he told me what tires I should put on. But then again, that could be a misunderstanding from my part. Hulkenburg doing the 129.0 here, putting it up in rich here, and we're aware that Schumacher is on our gearbox and he's getting a split stream, so having to defend, we go up the inside, back out the outside so we can take the corner properly here. We're setting a 130.3, so the pace isn't great, but nevertheless the third lap here. Still early on the race here, and the car is quite heavy on fuel, so definitely the focus is not messing up, and the laps times will come in later here. Just trying to keep a decent momentum going here, clipping these apexes here, not trying to make any mistakes, keeping the rear of the car stable so we can get decent exits, just to try to stay ahead of the Schumacher here. And we're getting caught up in some battling here, and that's gonna cost us time to Schumacher. I believe it's Ninja, Wicked Racer, and Max that are battling for what I want to say is 6th position. So the split here, definitely some good drivers. I'm actually really glad I'm in split 2. Apart from my incident with our new driver Hulkenburg, I'm really excited for the season ahead. This wasn't a great performance for me, but I decided to upload it anyway, just as I was watching Chicane's race edit, and as Ninja gets tapped here by Wicked Racer, I'm sure lag had to do something with it. But as I was watching Chicane's, like I was saying, Chicane's race edit, he says that he's gonna upload his good videos and his bad videos, and I'm gonna do the same. So skipping over to end of lap 4 here, Schumacher's on the gearbox. He has DRS here, not close enough to make a move, so that means he's gonna have to wait for a better opportunity. He had great pace this race. I believe he finished in the podium, I want to say. I think he finished 3rd exactly, and he's gonna go for it here on this. We're having to minimize the contact here, and that's a great move from Schumacher, and that's P8 done from him. And we're having a battle, man. We're kind of frustrated at this point, so yeah. So in lap 5 here, we're coming into the pits this lap. We're getting off these soft tires already. I'm losing time to Schumacher, and I have to hop off these tires. We have Bahrain and Hulkenburg battling in front of us here. He was in 1st position, but all of a sudden he's in 12th after our pit stop. So something had to happen to his race, or an incident had to happen to him for him to be so far back in the pecking order. So I'm not sure what happened here. Him and Bahrain having a great battle here, and we're just looking for an opportunity so we can capitalize here and we get a better run out of that corner, and that means that P11 is in the bag. Or now we're chasing Bahrain here, who I believe had strong race pace. He definitely had good race pace. He qualified on a 25.7, so definitely a good pace from him. And then we have Hulkenburg who goes up the inside of us here for a move that really doesn't exist in my case. Kind of pulling a Maldonado on us there. As you can hear me in the background showing my frustration. And from that point on, I should have kept more cool. I'll have to admit that my reaction to the incident wasn't very mature, and it's just an learning experience, and it's just another Grand Prix we're gonna have to put behind us and move on. So I'll have to apologize for my reaction, as it didn't really show a reaction of a driver that's capable of my skill. It really was a kind of split 5 level, as we get hit from ram here from being off the racing line, and that means our front wing is gone here, having to pit unscheduled pit stop, and that means that we have to replace our front wing, and we get a drive through from being out of focus. But yeah, that was our race basically. I mean, after that it went downhill for me there. Concentration was gone. As you see, we're making amateur mistakes here, losing the front wing again on the lap 9 and ruining the soft tires. Just no downforce. A little bit of damage from the front wing means no downforce. I mean, it's orange. Even at yellow, it's really bad. I mean, downforce is crucial on this track. So every time I kept damaging my front wing, I had to pit, and that was just ruining my race. And in the end, I decided to retire. I should have kept going, but I really didn't feel like continuing on, despite being in last place. I should have, but I didn't feel like it. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you at round 2 for Bahrain. Bye bye now.